So you mentioned in the last interview that when the dragons truly awaken, the dragon wind will blow and the earth will shed its own skin. And those who chose to live in the duality will be transported to another planet, another world. And does this have anything to do with the future polar shift?
Um, yes, and when I first got that information years ago, I was kind of shocked, and I thought, "Oh, how can that be?" And but it still rings true to me. I look at it periodically and say, "Does that still feel true?" And it does. And that doesn't mean that it might happen in a different way. Of course, it could. But what is already happening now is we have the reality of duality, which is falling apart. As I say, more and more threads are coming out of the tapestry of duality. So it's not a strong, this is all there is, like it used to be when we were little. So we have that going on. Then we have new reality of on coming in and becoming more and more visible, more and more tangible. More people can see it and experience it and feel it. It's not just a few. And it's not just at special times when I've been good and I'm wearing clean clothes and I'm meditating. It's here all the time, doing the most practical, down to earth things. Uh, it's part of seeing the unseen. When you look all around you, and it's not dreams and visions, it's seeing more of what's really here in the physical here and now, which has been here all along, only we couldn't see it. And as more of us see it, and as more of us resonate with that, with the new reality within us, it becomes more visible and becomes more real until, for many of us, that is more real than the old crumbling duality. The old crumbling duality holds very little interest anymore. Like all the things I used to enjoy doing, most of them I'm not at all interested in doing anymore. And so let's see, I just lost my thread. Oh, so the planet Earth shedding its skin, that's already happening. As you see, like when the duality world is becoming more invisible to the people who are merging, who are timeless true ones, merging their timeless true selves into their physical being. And even you go out here in the world or where you live and you're doing little practical errands and nothing exciting, and sometimes things you don't really want to do, but you do it as a timeless true one. And it's a whole different experience. There's so much love between the people on the street, the neighbors, the farmers, the people in the shops, all of this. And there's so much respect and there's so much mutual support and honoring, and not honoring one person because they have more money or they're in a higher position or something, just because we're real and true. It's just true one to true one. So all of that changes. And then all of the false world, it's like they don't even see us and we don't see them. And we don't do the same things or go to the same places. So what I said years ago is sometimes it would be like a husband and wife, and one is really wants to stay in duality, which is okay. If you need more time in duality, that's fine. But the other one is really become a timeless true one and realizes duality is not real and doesn't live there anymore. But they're still together. And gradually over time, they become more invisible to each other. Not only outwardly, like they different foods, they have different activities, maybe different friends, different interests, but less to talk about with each other. And then one night they go to sleep in the same bed, and in the morning, the man wakes up and he's alone. And the woman wakes up, same bed, and she's alone. And it's that those worlds becoming invisible. It's a matter of resonance. And what I was told those years ago is that at some point when it was ready for that shift, and it might be more than a pole shift. It can be, it's a whole shift of reality systems, which maybe not all pole shifts are. Is that a mighty dragon wind comes. And I've experienced one once, years ago, in Virginia. And there was this just very unusual wind that came. I lived out in the countryside, and it was so exciting. I went outside and I was singing to it, and it was ooh, and you could feel, you could see the dragons of the air just dancing around in the sky, and this big wind, and it felt so cleansing. It wasn't like some winds are not friendly winds, and you don't want to go outside, you want to stay inside. This was the one you wanted to go out and welcome and embrace. And I said, it's a dragon wind. And I got so excited. And I think it was just a taste to let me know what a dragon wind was. And then anyway, it will come. I feel that there's another planet they've discovered just recently, other planets that are Earth size, that are not too far away. They're not in our solar system, but they're not so far away. And I said, oh, one of those is the one who volunteered to take the people that still want to stay in duality. And so when the dragon wind comes, it's like planet Earth sheds its skin, which is the duality layer, and it goes and wraps around that other planet. And that's when we wake up and all this, oh, we have to heal the pollution and everything. We don't, it's in that layer of illusory layer. It's like the part of us that gets sick and old and all of that that's not our timeless true self. That's the physical part, or the duality based part. And it's to get yourself not feeding that, not living there.